welcome back to another video, people. So we are back here in Ireland. So the US was an absolute shutdown. We were in Dallas, we were in Houston, we were in Miami. So went up to Destination Gym, went up to Houston as well, went to Alpha Land, went to Corrupted Strength. We are back here in the Mecca, so we're in Westside Gym 2.0, as you can see there. So we're gonna get a pull session in today. So just giving you guys a quick update as to where I am right now. So you guys would see I'm a couple of kilos heavier right now. So we're completely out of that, maintenance phase, and I'm towards the end of my off season now. So I think I've put on I'd say about 10 kilos, which I'm really happy about. Like, my upper body is one thing that I really, really wanted to work on. My top shelf has improved massively. Like, my shoulders, my chest have become like one of my strong points. And in men's physique, you have to have that, plus a small waist. So I'm really excited for when prep will start. So I'm planning on starting prep the 1st of June. So that gives me about 21 weeks to my first show. So the first show will be NBFI. So this is a natural bodybuilding show. It's going to be men's physique, open class, the first time competing since 2019. So it's going to be a shutdown. So I plan to place really well in that, and then hopefully make it to the Europeans. That's going to be one of my main goals. And then the later show is going to be October 21st. So save that date. I'm going to be flying to Houston to compete in summer shredding. That's gonna be a sick show. So for that one, the top 3 placings get to go to the championship and then get a chance to win a cash prize plus sponsorships to Anaka Power, to Alpha Elite, and a bunch of other companies as well. As you guys know, I'm still with Hardbody. It's Team Hardbody for life, but we're aiming for that. Okay, so we're gonna head into the gym now. I'm gonna just talk through the session. I have Palumi behind the camera now, so it's going to be a little bit different. Guys, yeah, stay tuned. Let's get it. Touching me. So it feels good to be back. The vibes in here are always immaculate. Ever since I started training here, like, it's just been that switch. You're surrounded by people who are like doing similar things, chasing the same goal, and they work extremely hard. So it pushes you to, step up your game and like try and achieve things that you would never thought you would have achieved ever. So yeah, I'm really loving training here at the moment. I don't think I'd train anywhere else in Dublin. I used to train in Flyfit, so this is a massive step up. So gym is pretty empty today, so it's good. So we're gonna get a pull session, as I said. So we're gonna start off with some hamstrings. So it's gonna be a seated hamstring curl, then go into some heavy RDLs, and then straight after that it's gonna be like 4 or 5 back exercises, and then finish off with some arms as well. Ooh. Right, so we are back. We had some technical difficulties before. We just had to charge a battery. If you don't own a camera, you won't know the struggle of continuously having to look at battery levels, memory levels, but we're getting there. So we're just starting off with some seated hamstring curl. So the reason I'm doing a lot of these like isolation exercises before my actual compound movements is just to make sure that the muscles, are switched on. The way I used to train before, I'd go straight into an incline dumbbell press, I'd go straight into a bench press, go straight into deadlifts, and it's not the way to do it as well, especially if you're a seasoned trainer. You kind of need to warm that muscle group that you're going to be working up properly. So movements like this where you're not going to complete failure, but you're getting a movement pattern, and then when you hop into your main compound movement, it feels a lot better. It takes, for example, I'm going to go into an RDL now. Previously, if I hop straight back into that, I would just kind of feel it in my lower back. I wouldn't feel it in my hamstring. So things like this has made a massive difference. The full stack. So I'm just going to work up to it. I'm going to do like 4 or 5 reps, working up to that, and then hop into the top set, which is going to be around that 6 to 8 rep range. And then we'll back it off and then move on to the next exercise. Yep. And of course, I'm going to put that cheeky plug in there. You guys know that I'm working with Hardbody at the moment, so if you want to cop any Hardbody equipment, they just released their new premium leather lifting straps, so go check that out. If you want anything Hardbody related, gym accessories, clothing, use code YEMMY. That supports me, and it also gives you 10% off, so make sure to use that code to get that feeling, before like a really top heavy set where you're procrastinating for a bit, you take longer than that, like 3 minutes to get ready, but It's all about getting mentally prepared as well for that top set. You know, your body might be ready, your CNS might be ready, but if your mind is not ready for that top set, if you go into that top set kind of, you know, apprehensive and not ready to tackle it, you might just end up screwing it up. So you want to make sure that you're really utilizing that heavy set. Get your mind right, get the body right, then tackle it. So that's a PR. Nothing beats that dizzy feeling you get after a top set. You kind of just need to chill for a bit, let your mind get right, and then move on. But yeah, I enjoyed that one. That felt good. That felt good. So you might have to look at swapping this one out in the next couple of weeks, because when it comes to like machines like this, where you know you can't really add too much weight onto it, you can get a gym pin, and of course you can get one from Harbuddy, code Yemi. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep plugging this, guys. Yeah, if you don't have a gym pin, you can't really load movements like these a lot more. So just look to swap it out for something else, something more challenging. For example, we have a standing hamstring curl as well as a laying hamstring curl. So if I find that this is becoming too easy, the top sets have become too easy, I just kind of swap it out and then just kind of rinse and repeat. What I'll do before I actually move on from this piece of equipment is to change the tempo. So I might do 5 seconds eccentric, I might do like a 3-second pause, and then like on the concentric as well, change the timing to make it a little bit more challenging. So when it comes to progressive overload, it's more than just, you know, weight. You can do other things as well. Increase the number of reps, change the tempo around, and yeah, I'll make it a lot more challenging. Right, go on to back off set now, and then we'll move on to some RDLs. Ooh. Yep. Ooh. Let's see if we can try find a rack. Oh, it's perfect. It's perfect. I won't be calling you out anymore, man. Guys, you got to re-rack your weights, man. This is not on. All right. I don't know about you guys, but there's a method to what I wear to the gym. So there's 3 layers. There's a pump cover, so there's going to be a jumper. There's an oversized tee, and then there's a stringer. So the more I get into the session, the warmer I get, the pump gets a lot better, and the layers start coming off. I don't know if that's just me or that's just a common thing gym guys do. But let me know, shoot a comment down below. Let's get some warm-up sets in. So it's important when it comes to your warm-up sets is that you treat them the exact same way as your working sets. So what it is, you're basically practicing the movement. It's not even just about like getting warm, it's about like figuring out the movement pattern. Because you don't want to go directly from this to adding a bunch of weight on, because you know you're not fluid in on the movement pattern. So like even with no weight on it, gradually build up, work on the skill of doing that RDL, you know, pushing your hips far back as possible, and which will take a lot of strain off your lower back, you know, engage the lats, lock yourself in, and get into it. that's gonna be my last warm-up set, and then gonna hop into a top set now. So previously, last time I did this, I did 190. I think I got about like 6. Something like, I don't have my logbook with me at the moment, but like I think I got about like 6.5 reps. So we're gonna go 190 again, see what we can get. So I'll stick a belt on, stick some wrist straps on as well. So there's no other factors that's gonna affect us from being able to tackle this weight. Currently don't have my my hard body belt with me. Forgot it at home, which is not ideal, but I have this belt here. So the last time I wore this, I think I was about like 10 kilos lighter, and it fit my waist. So I don't know if this is gonna fit me, but we'll give it a go. And then we have some wrist straps as well. Mindset going into this, I'm just gonna lock in and get into it. Sometimes, as I said previously, your mind can get in the way of things. So you just have to lock in, get into the set and tackle it. So let's get it. Still fits. Last rung. Ah, come on. Come on, lock in. Ah. Get my weight. Ooh. 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 Really happy with that set. It's gonna take a minute and then hop into a back off set. So for the back off set, I'm gonna go 3.5 plates. I'm gonna go for about like 12 to 15 reps. But really happy with that. I'm working up to about 200 kilos. That was 90, and that was 190. Got about like 7 reps. So let me catch my breath, and then we go into the next one. Let's get it. All right. Do not underestimate the back off set. You could do like a really, really heavy single and then drop the weight. So you're supposed to drop the weight around like 20-30%, but it feels heavy. Like it feels heavy, and you're supposed to do reps. Take your time, hop into it the same way as you would for a really heavy set. Learn more, dream more, be more. That's the motto. Pushing ourselves every single week to beat ourselves. On to the next one. This is the hardest part of a set, is putting back your weights. It's almost as hard as the workout, especially if you're doing like RDLs or deadlifts. Putting back the weights, it's a stress. All right, so I'm gonna move on to a chest supported row now, and then after that it's gonna be a pull down movement. So let's get into it. Level number 2. The oversized tee is coming off. I'm warm now. Oh. Whew. So that's the last warm set, and then we're gonna go 4 plates now, 6 to 8 reps. To be honest, I wasn't really happy with that set. To be honest, I think I rushed into it. And that's one of my big problems when I'm approaching my top set, is that I don't take my time. And I really got to take my time, because those are the sets that really do matter. So, you know, take my time into it and execute it properly. That's one of the things that I'm logging into my logbook at the moment now, you know, how it feels, the RPE, and the time between sets. So yeah, it's a learning curve there. Right, so the key to this one here, so this is a single arm lat pull down. Absolutely great for your lats. If you're looking to develop some really wide lats, start implementing this movement in. So the key is to drive more downwards towards your hip rather than back. Depending on where you want to target in your back, that's all dictated by where your elbow lands. So for example, if you're doing upper back movement, your elbow's high and it's flared, so that kind of hits your rear delts, your rhomboids. If you're looking to hit your lats, you're driving down into your hip, which activates mid and lower lats. So try this movement out, really good. Important point when it comes to this movement is that the bench is here for a reason. So it's that added bit of stability, as opposed to like a normal lat pull down variation where, you know, you're very easily tempted to swing with the movement. For this one, you're pretty much locked in, you know. Make sure your legs are locked in, use the pad as an extra bit of brace, and the only thing that's moving is your elbow. The aims of this off season was to build a lot more density to my upper back, and that meant adding in a lot more upper back movements like this, where, you know, my elbows are flared. Previously, when I trained a lot of back, because I loved doing pull down movements, my lats started to widen up a lot, but then that kind of took away from the density of my back, because I wasn't incorporating a lot of like rowing movements and really like rear delts and upper back movements. So I have a lot more of this in my program at the moment, and it's really working. You can really see the density in my back at the moment. Excited to get shredded, so, you know, that comes out a little bit more. Training your back, you have to really let your scapula move. So this is your shoulder base. You have to let it move forward and contract all the way back. So I'll do an example here. I'll just lighten up the load. So here, you're not really letting your scapula move, but without over exaggerating it, if you just let your scapula pull forward and then squeeze back. Pull forward, squeeze back. Difference between this and this. Right, onto my top set now. how the machine is currently being used, but I'm going to wait until it's freed up. But I'm going to address some comments from some of the YouTube videos. I think past couple of weeks that people saying I'm not natural, and that's completely wrong. I'm 100% natural. Like, I've been training for like 6-7 years, and to be honest, in my opinion, like, I have a very natural physique. It's nothing like too crazy. I'm just like continuously trying to improve. You can tell a physique that is not natural. But you comment down below if you think I'm natural or not. Only I know, and I'm 100% natural. I'm going to be doing a natural show as well, so hopefully that will answer some of you guys' questions that you've been putting in about that. One of the things I commonly see is that, especially when you're young and starting your fitness journey, is that like you really limit yourself. The reality is that this bodybuilding game, it's time. You have to put years and years and years to be able to build a solid physique. And if you're, thinking about going the unnatural route at this early stage, I would just kind of reconsider, give yourself time, see what you can achieve naturally. And then if you decide that that's what you want to do, it's your career, you want to become a pro, then, get the correct guidance to be able to do that. But for me, like, I don't really have any aspirations to like take anything or anything like that. So like, I'm really, really 100% natty. I'm coming for that Natty King title. So watch out, guys, watch out. The rear delt is a very small muscle group, so you don't need to load it heavy at all. So the key to it is just to lighten up the load and really focus on the contraction. A really good cue I use is to not be completely up straight, but a slight internal rotation in the shoulders. So you're in, slight internal rotation of the shoulders, arms are straight, and then you're pushing down on the rungs and pulling it out at the same time. And that is going to blow up your rear delts. Let's go. So I'm hammer curls now, and then going to move into some preacher curls. So when it comes to my arm movements, I try and do 2 different movements to work the long head and the short head of the bicep. 2 top sets, and then we're going to move on to a different exercise. So hammer curls are one of the movements where like I really found it difficult to actually feel my biceps and not like put the load on my shoulders. And one of the cues I use is to kind of depress your shoulders. Don't let your traps take control of the movement, because you're really tempted to just muscle the weight up. So keep your shoulders down, elbows by your side, and control the movement. What's up, man? How are you? What's happening? I'm going to introduce you to the strongest guy in Ireland at the moment right now. He's doing this way for reps.
I was trying, man. Did you celebrate yesterday? Or
yeah, to be honest, like, we kind of just went out with the family, did something small, had like some African food as well, so I had good panda jam. I'm carved up.
Yeah.
So what are you training today anyway? Push, yeah?
Yeah, push.
Nice.
Yeah, I want to get a quick session because I've got photo shoots afterwards.
Oh, sick.
not
Here
really,
or? Okay.
I'm delivering some t-shirts.
Okay.
Like an agency,
Cool.
they want to use my...
Actually, do you want to give a shout out to your company?
So I'm working on a clothing brand called Strong Links. So basically what it is about overcoming difficulties and just like trying to like become the best version of yourself, obviously through fitness. So that's how I try to promote the brand. It's still starting, but like, yeah, just watch this space and you grow.
Yeah, no guys, really check it out. Like I've had a look at the clothing, like it looks absolutely sick. If you're into the gym, really go check it out. I'll put the link in the description. So add my boy Nehemiah and check out his company as well.
Sweet.
All right. Come on. So I'm going to drop the weight now. I'm going to go for about like 15 to 20 reps. Last bicep exercise, so going to exhaust all those existing muscle fibers. Make sure we're completely dead. That's the thing about unilateral movements. You can just use the other arm to spot yourself, just to drive yourself to failure. Because we all know, you know, when you're approaching failure, that's where the progress happens. So to get yourself to that stage, if you can use unilateral movements, spot yourself, get yourself there. That's a top tip right there. Because I'm going to do a physique update now, so we're about like 22 weeks out from the first show, still in the off season. Prep hasn't started yet, so we have about 4 more weeks to really push. To be honest, body composition isn't too bad at the moment. I think one good thing that I'm really happy about this off season that I haven't put on too much body fat. We started off the off season very, very lean, so that's allowed me to, you know, push calories.
Here to defend it, and ain't nobody here to take it.
Right, so that's it. That's where we're sitting at the moment. As I said, happy with how I'm looking at the moment. 4 more weeks to push. I'm gonna look to gain about maybe 2 or 3 more kilos, and then we can start at a really good position. So that's gonna be a wrap for today, guys. So make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.